So I'm back with more Reddit stuff, and I already listened to this through Smosh, but when I was looking up Smosh's version of this, I saw his. On Smosh, they actually had a little update, so I wonder if he has the update. I just kind of want to see what he thinks of it as well. Both Smosh and Dusty, I don't always agree with their takes, but on this one, I think we're all going to agree. So for me, it's the first time I've really come across where people covered it around the same time. So I thought I would react to both of them just to see if their reactions are any different. And then later, I'll post both videos together and maybe talk a little bit at the end. All right. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and don't cough when you're trying to talk. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and don't pull pranks like this. These are stupid pranks. Let's get into it.
Friend because of a caught cheating prank. I, 26 male, broke up with my girlfriend, 25 female, of 2 years because of something that happened recently, and now
in the Smosh video, I forgot how long they were together, and it was 2 years, because I made a comment about she didn't know him, and I couldn't remember how much longer they were together. So right off the bat, 2 years, you should know who you're dating. You should have some idea who you're dating.
my friends are saying I massively overreacted. So a few days ago, my girlfriend and a close mutual friend decided to play a prank on me. The prank was that they filmed a scenario where I caught them in bed together, pretending they were hooking up.
That's not funny.
They set up a hidden camera in the bedroom, and when I walked in, I saw him in just boxers and my girlfriend in bra and panties straddling him, acting like they were mid-hookup.
Wait a minute. Go back.
That's not funny.
They set
I think I missed this on the Smosh part.
up a hidden camera in the bedroom, and when I walked in, I saw him in just boxers and my girlfriend in bra and panties straddling him, acting like they were...
Okay, I missed that on the Smosh. I heard him talking about that at the end. Yeah. If you're in your underwear doing that, there's nothing between you and him, really. Underwear are usually thin, especially women's underwear. A lot of times they're thin. No. That's red flags all over the place. I think they were really cheating, and they just set this up just in case they got caught. That's what I think.
Mid-hookup. To make it more realistic, they even made some noises and tried to act like it was happening for real. Okay, I think they f***ed up the prank, because the prank, at least the videos that I've seen, it's someone, like, it's the partner, not with another person, but they put a wig on and stuff to make them look like there's another person in the house to get a reaction. Involving another person is dumb. Involving another person and having them strip down to their skivvies, double dumb. Involving another person, having them strip down to their skivvies, and then straddling them and making sexy noises with a camera set up in the bedroom is quadruple stupid.
If I walked in and saw the camera set up, her on top, I'm thinking they're shooting an adult film, and I'm going to start swinging. There's not going to be no talking. I'm probably going to, hopefully, I'll take it back. Maybe I won't start swinging, but I'm going to be mad. I'm probably going to break some equipment. I'm going to storm out of there. I'm throwing her out in her underwear. I'm throwing him out in her underwear. Everyone's getting thrown out, and I'm throwing equipment as hard as I can out. They just better be happy I don't swing on them.
That's all I got. I was shocked, furious, and immediately confronted them, as I thought it was real at first, like an actual betrayal, and then I walked out of the room and started leaving the house when they...
That's something I didn't say on the other one, is that is an actual betrayal. There's no reason to be in the underwear. Well, not there was a reason, but I just thought about what he was saying, how, normally someone by themselves, or even with the mannequin, they'll have a mannequin making out with the mannequin. But I have seen where they have two people, and it's usually... they're just rocking the bed. They're fully clothed and they're just moving the bed, and that's it. Or they're doing something where it's obvious fake. And most of those videos, these caught cheating prank videos, are fake. So to do these caught cheating pranks for real is stupid. It's really stupid. Don't do these. Don't test your significant other. Don't pull pranks like this. Unless you know they're into this, don't do this.
Followed me screaming it was just a prank, and then showed me the video they had been recording.
They were just making a sex video.
Yeah. Who's to say they weren't just making porn?
That's what I just said.
It started off as a prank, but our OnlyFans account has grown massively. Also, OP, you say here, I thought it was real at first, like an actual betrayal. It was still
That's what I just said.
Actual betrayal. To be honest, I felt completely betrayed, and not just by the idea of the prank, but also of how they had gotten undressed to film it. Yeah. I know it's meant to be funny to some people, but for me, it felt disrespectful, and I was hurt. The whole thing felt like a violation of trust, even though I know they weren't actually cheating.
You know, I was just thinking, what if she's the type that wears thongs and she's in her thong and bra? Or she wears lacy underwear. Women's underwear a lot of time are thin, not much fabric. And depending on what that guy was wearing, some of those boxers, it's real easy just to kind of slip through there. If I walked in on my wife doing a prank like this, it'd be over. That'd be it.
If the person being pranked doesn't find it funny, it's not a prank. It's just you being a dick. I told her I could not be in a relationship with someone who would do something like that, and I ended things right there. Yes. She's devastated, and her friends have been telling me that I overreacted. They think it was just a harmless prank, and I should have taken it better. But I can't shake the feeling that it crossed a line for me, especially how intimate and uncomfortable it felt to see them in that situation, even if it wasn't real. I'm sorry. Did your friends have this happen to them? Did your friends have to see their girlfriend straddling some dude in your bed? Did they?
You know what's funny about this? If it was the other way around, and he pulled a prank and was being straddled by some girl, I wonder if those friends would say that to her. It was just a prank. Now they'd be like dumping, get rid of them. Usually they're better. I've noticed they do this a lot to guys. When the girl pulls a prank, you're overreacting. But if it's the other way around, it's like, break up with him. So I just think that's interesting. But I think it's safe to say Dusty and Smosh and me are all on the same page on this one.
Oh, they didn't. How do they get an opinion? Now I'm left wondering if I made the right decision. I'm starting to doubt myself because everyone else seems to think I blew it out of proportion. Edit, I did not expect this many responses. Thank you guys. She posted here earlier and sent me a link to her post. I know she wants me to watch the video to prove it was all a setup and planned, but I feel like she still doesn't get that I'm upset about her disregard and disrespect for me and our relationship. Anyways, I'm going to sign up for the night. There's an update before we get into the update.
Hold on. Smosh didn't talk about that. I wonder if Smosh did theirs before he put that edit on there. They did an update, but yeah, she still doesn't get it. So he made the right call. I feel sorry for him. It sounds like he's a nice guy because nice people always feel like they made a mistake when people are telling them they're overreacting or they did something wrong. I used to be that way and got over it. I'm no longer like that.
Also, tell me your dense girlfriend by saying, no, just watch the video. Look again at me in my skivvies straddling some dude. Like that's going to make things better. Yeah, look again. Just look closer. See? He didn't actually penetrate.
Whoa.
Was that too far?
Possible.
Here's the actual update. My ex-girlfriend was really upset with all the hate she received online and blamed me for painting her in a bad light. I told her I did no such thing. She just didn't like that she got called out on her behavior. The mutual friend who was part of the prank is now also pissed off at me and saying I went way overboard. Yes, you know what, OP? You went way overboard. Not the people who stripped down and pretended to be effing in your bed. No. You, for reacting to it, went overboard. I told them both to off and have blocked their numbers. Our friends have since started taking this more seriously after reading some of the comments on here, with a few taking my side and saying what my girlfriend and the friend did was horrible. Others still think this was all unnecessary and I should have just laughed it off and moved on. Yeah, the ones who think it's all unnecessary and you should have laughed it off and moved on are single, aren't they? Girlfriend side is gone. But Candy Thunder.
Like I said earlier, if it was the other way around, those single friends probably be saying dump him.
The sleuth is going to drag it down. The friends who still say you should laugh it off and you took it way too seriously, I'd be willing to place a small wager that they're single. Now the friends who finally came to their senses after reading the post knew it was wrong all along, but after seeing the pendulum was swinging your direction, was like, oh, we're going to be like outliers here. So they FOMO changed their vote here.
Honestly, I think he should ditch all of his friends. If any of them said you were overreacting, he needs to ditch them. Those are not your friends. They were never on your side. If something else happens, they're not going to be on your side.
Here is the girlfriend side. Saving this before it gets deleted. I think my boyfriend is overreacting for breaking up with me over
Smosh didn't have this, so this is good. I'm glad I decided to watch both of them.
my caught cheating prank, AITA. My boyfriend posted here a few hours ago and shared the link with me to show me what people thought about what I did and that he is not overreacting. I thought I'd come on here and give my version of events for a more nuanced take.
I think she means X.
X, yeah. I planned
Yeah.
the cheating prank with our close mutual friends several days ago. We were hanging out and scrolling through TikTok videos and came across prank shorts between couples. We went down the
Like I said, most of those pranks are fake. They're fake. Don't do these pranks for real.
watching YouTube videos of cheating pranks, and I mentioned it would be funny to try a cheating prank on my boyfriend to find out what his reaction would be.
You found out. You effed around and found out.
He said he would do one with me, and I agreed because it was somebody my boyfriend liked and trusted, so I thought it would be harmless. It started out as a hypothetical plan, but over the course of the conversation, while hashing out details, it turned into a real plan, and we agreed to the day we would do it, when my boyfriend would be out and come back home to find us together. We set up the camera and filmed ourselves talking about the prank, and set it up on top of the dresser in the bedroom and got into position. Yeah, you did. We were laughing throughout, and it's all on video to make it believe.
It doesn't matter. You didn't need to get naked. That's the part. You didn't need to get down to your skivvies. Sorry, you weren't naked. You were in your underwear. And like I said, it depends. Also, do you wear a thong? Because if you wear a thong, boom, right there. Even if you don't wear a thong, the fact that you felt comfortable enough to get into your underwear in front of this person, I would actually question, how many times have you done this in front of him? How many times have you gotten in your underwear in front of this guy? I would start asking those questions.
Believable. I told him to take off his shirt. He said I should probably do the same, so we did. Then he
course
thought it
he
would be
said
even
that.
more believable and provide that shock factor if we also
God, he manipulated her so much. If she's telling the truth, he manipulated that stupid girl.
took off our pants. In hindsight, that was a terrible idea, but I agreed to it. Bish, no one believes you.
Yeah.
No one believes you. Also, you see where this is going, right? To make it even
She's putting all the blame on him.
more believable, I just told him to go ahead and put it in, and then it would be like super authentic. You know how the rest of the story went from his post, but what he didn't mention is that he refused to watch the video I recorded.
I wouldn't watch it
showing him that
either. I wouldn't watch the video either. It wouldn't matter to me. It would not matter to me. It wouldn't matter. Because it still doesn't explain why are you in your underwear. Why did you feel so comfortable to get in your underwear? And why are you on top of him? And yeah, it wouldn't matter to me. Would not matter to me. That's a stupid prank. And like I said, don't pull these pranks. The ones you see online, 99% of those are fake. Stop pulling pranks like this.
prank that we only took off our clothes and got into a sex position when we knew he was home. Again, Bish, asking him to look at you down to your skivvies, straddling some dude in y'all's bed is not the request you want to be making of him. And using this now to try to get people to feel sorry for you is backfiring. I understand that this prank was extra and hurtful to him, and for that I am sorry. But I am not cheating on him, and I did not mean to disrespect our relationship. I think his breaking up with me is a massive overreaction because other than this
it's
incident,
not.
which I now massively regret, our relationship was great. We shared 2 wonderful years together and moved in together.
You could share 20 years together. If you've experienced a betrayal like this, for a lot of people, it's over. And in his head, he saw you pretty much naked, straddling another guy. You know, like I said, if I saw my wife doing that, yeah, it's over. Because, like I said, I've seen women's underwear. They're thin. They're very thin. And like I said, depends on what underwear he was wearing. He could press through that. If he wasn't pressing on her, his junk was touching her junk. Unless she was sitting on his stomach, even then, you know. It's a stupid, stupid prank.
Over the summer. And then you went and f***ed it up massively. I plan on deleting the video and won't be sharing it on social media, but I will share it with him first for proof of my intentions. Hey, congratulations, girlfriend. You've won not a thing, because all that did was made you look even dumber. You didn't provide any information here that helps turn the pendulum back in your direction here. You did nothing but show
As for her, she's a hole.
your ignorance here. And also, you say here that, what did you say that I was going for? You didn't think it would damage your relationship. Here's what I don't think you took the time and employed a couple of brain cells to do. You were watching these videos with your friend. You were thinking about how funny it would be to do this to your partner without testing to see if he thought this kind of prank would be funny. Now, I get it. If you were truly doing this as a prank, you don't want to show him the prank because then he'd catch on to the prank, right? That's what was going on in your little monkey symbol brain. But you didn't know if he was going to find it funny or not. And if you're going to do something this risky, there's the key word. It's risky, because you do risk your entire relationship in doing this, and you have to accept that risk to do the prank. If you do a prank or you do anything without accepting the risk that's behind it, you're just dumb. The risk is there either way, whether you acknowledge it or not.
Yeah, he's not wrong. And once again, don't do these pranks. They're stupid.
Though you say it was a prank, this is something that happened in real life. And in real life, there are consequences for stupid decisions. You made a lot of them. You destroyed your relationship. You lit the fuse and detonated this relationship. You blew it up. It was dumb. And if you're being truthful here, learning moment, don't do this in your next relationship. You never took the time to think about how he would feel. This prank was not something that you even thought about how he would feel about it. You just wanted to get a funny video.
Yep.
By the by, I think you should post the video, because I hope that camera caught your ass, not straddling homeboy, but being dumped right then and there. That's the part of the video I want to see. So OP, NTA. Even though girlfriend here says it was intended as a prank, I don't give a shit. It's beyond an ass con too, because not taking the time to think about how your significant other would feel about this at all and still going through with it and not even apologizing authentically, but trying to justify it even here in your post makes you an authentic grade A ass con 1. You're a terrible person. I hope you choose to not be a terrible person next.
Okay, so it looks like Dusty, Smosh, and me were all on the same page. I didn't think we would not be on the same. This one was obviously a bad idea. I figured everyone would be on the same page. I just wanted to see his views on it. And I'm glad I did watch his, because Smosh didn't have her side of it. So, yeah, that was interesting. Don't pull these pranks. They're bad ideas. I will say one thing I was thinking about. I was going to do red flags. I need to figure out how to do some red flag stuff, some special effects. But anyways, don't forget to like and subscribe, and everyone take care. Later.